So let's type in clothing. What's something that's going to be pretty hot now? I would say, clutches are a really good example of something that's hot. So like clutch purses for women, because people tend to, and women are, you probably want to go with women's clothes or women's stuff on Poshmark, because about 80% of the people on Poshmark are women and only about 20% are males. So you have a higher chance to sell, and there's a lot more women on the site. So people tend to buy clutches, and this is something I've actually listed in the past. So we're going to go ahead and list it again, and I'm going to show you, right? So it's pretty simple to do this. What you're basically going to do is you're going to take the product pictures. Some of them, you can actually just save, and some of them you might have to snip out. So we take our snip tool, and there's, a tool like this on Max too. I just don't know what it's called. You're going to take all the product pictures, just like you would for any other dropshipping listing, and you're going to simply paste all those product pictures onto Poshmark, right? So we'll save this as like women's clutch purse, and you do want to save it clutch purse 1, right? And you do want to save it as the title or something very, very similar to what it is, because if you know anything about Poshmark, they index, just like YouTube or anything like that, they index your pictures and the metadata of your pictures to help rank better on the platform. So that's a little caveat and a little tip for you. So then we're going to come in and we are going to go to our pictures and add the women's clutch, right? And then we're going to apply it and paste it in the pictures. Now you're going to do this for every single picture as long as they're good pictures, right? Then you're also going to copy the title, but you want to put keywords in the title, but also make it read well, right? So you don't want to put in GESU women's shining envelope clutch purse. Instead, what I'm going to say is like women's clutch purse evening handbag, and then we'll see how that sounds from here. So there is a title limit. So let's say women's clutch purse dash evening handbag wallet. So then it reads somewhat streamlined, but it's also kind of descriptive of what the product is, right? And then you're simply going to copy this right here, and it won't all probably fit into the description, but you can try, and then you'll see it's cut off. So we'll just take like this right here, and I'm not going to waste too much time formatting my description, but obviously if I were investing a lot of time in actually making this a good legitimate dropshipping listing, I would spend more time making sure that I have as many keywords and as much description in here as possible, while still getting still being able to read it, right? And another little caveat too is sometimes on Amazon Prime, if you're planning on doing this with Amazon Prime, you'll notice that one of the bullet points always says usually like free returns or money back guarantee. You don't necessarily want to copy that part in there, so that's just another little tip, right? And then basically you're just going to index it. So you're going to fill out the description very, very well. You can take a majority of the description on Amazon Prime, right? Fill out the title really well, with good keywords. Take all the pictures. Then you're going to categorize it. So this is women's where are we at? Women's bags, women's wallets, or was there clutch there? Women's clutches and wristlets. Then we're going to say multi-item, and we're going to select the size. There's one size, and we'll say that we have 5 of them, just so we don't have to keep making more of them. And then obviously as people purchase them, we can add more to our availability, right? Then we'll have, does it have the tags attached? Yes. Yes, it's boutique. The brand we're not going to put in there because it's GESU. It's a private label brand. Color is, I believe, gold. And then the price is, this is the only part that you really need to worry about, right? So you need to worry about the price potentially changing. So one of the things that you can use is you can use a Google Chrome app like Camel to show you the price trends and if it's changed. Or you can use a Google Chrome app like Keepa to show you if the price has changed. But the majority of prices won't change too much. But I would recommend always checking them like, maybe once or twice a week. But on Poshmark, it's not like you're going to get hit with like ridiculous, it's not like eBay where it's like if you cancel one or two sales, you get the axe and you're suspended, right? On Poshmark, if you're selling a good amount and you're bringing good value to the marketplace and you have good ratings, you can keep canceling orders. It's not really going to affect you like that. So the price isn't that big of a deal, but what you do want to make sure is you do want to make sure that you're profitable. So this is selling for like $14.99, right? So it's $14.99 to my house or to your place for, with Amazon Prime in 2 days. So that's my cost of the product to me. So how do I make a profit on that, right? Well, I can't list it at 14. I probably can't even list it at like 20 because if I list it at like 20, then I'm only going to make $16 and then I'm making $1 on this, right? So what I might want to list this as, I might want to list this as like 25, right? And then I'm buying it for 15 bucks. I'm fronting $15, and then in 2 days it's coming to me. Then I'm going to ship it out to the customer once they order it in 2 days. All this is happening after they order, right? So there's no risk here, because when they order it, it's practically a guaranteed $5 on my 15, which is a 33% return on my money. It's a good return, and it's basically a great way to do like retail arbitrage, drop shipping, whatever you want to call it. So this is a really, really great method. So if I listed at 25 right here, chances are, I might sell a couple, especially if I'm automating and sharing all the time, like the last video showed you. Link in the description to that video if you want to check that out after. And then I basically go ahead and list this. And that's how you basically do it, right? And then when I list this, I might, do a bunch of clutches on my Poshmark closet, right? And then I would go to like a women's party and I'd share it using the automation tool like I showed you in last video. And boom, it's going to bring a lot of traffic to my Poshmark closet, a lot of likes potentially, and a lot of buys to my Poshmark listings.